Well, hey, good evening, everyone. This is Bernie DeSantis from Insignia Training Partners, bringing you your mustache moment for today. So today I want to talk a little bit about the origin story of the mustache. Um, Last year, September, I went to the Badass Business Summit down in Fort Worth, Texas, hosted by my friend Donnie Bovin, who I've mentioned a couple of times in my mustache moments. And I had the opportunity while at that business summit to get on stage and do a 6-minute teach. Part of that teach, I talked about virtual facilitation and using a virtual producer, which you'll hear me talk a lot about, especially if you spend much time with me, as it's one of the main services my company provides, is producing virtual training courses, workshops, and webinars. But the first part of my teach that I did that day was, again, the origin story of the mustache. So I'm going to share that with you today. So I've worn this mustache roughly for about 7 years now. My cousin, Anth, suggested to me one day that I go ahead and grow a mustache. I had done so once back in my 20s, and people really seemed to like it. Obviously, it takes a bit to maintain this beautiful rat's nest, but I shaved it off for many years, and then he suggested that I bring it back. So I did. So my grandfather passed away 5 years ago today. And during his funeral, I was asked by my family to give his eulogy, as I've been asked many times in the past to do so for other relatives and friends who have passed. So I was honored, obviously, to do so. As I was giving that eulogy, there were several people whom I did not know that came into the funeral home. And obviously, when someone reaches late 70s, early 80s, their circle tends to get pretty small, right? The people that they know inevitably start to pass away. So I saw these folks that I did not know midway through my eulogy. So as I finished my eulogy, I decided I was going to go back and introduce myself to them. So I did so. I walked to the back of the room and, said, "Hi, I'm Bernie DeSantis's grandson, Bernie DeSantis III. And, how did you know my grandfather? Why did you come out today?" And they proceeded to tell me that my grandfather was their boss at the Better Made potato chip factory 40 years prior. And they said that they wanted to come and give their respects to the best boss that they ever had. And secondly, they wanted to come and see his big, beautiful mustache one more time. And so from that day on, I decided that I would always wear a mustache in honor of him. And so in honor of today being the day that he passed 5 years ago, I thought it appropriate to share the origin story of the mustache. And here is a picture of my grandfather. You can see that, kind of 80s style, he had one hell of a mustache. So that's your mustache moment for today, is the origin story of the mustache. But I'm curious how many of you out there do something, wear something, or have something that reminds you of someone important in your life, someone that impacted you. So if you're game, pop something into the comments. Let's start a conversation. I would love to hear what it is that you hold on to from someone that you care about. Mustache moments. Enjoy the day, everybody.